Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Muhammad Atif and this is the summary of today's lesson. Today we started Unit 3, Lesson 3, Past and Present. Before we started the lesson, I displayed the learning objectives of today's lesson during the class. I'm going to include the quickly learning objective slide for the summary purpose also, so you can understand the purpose of today's lesson. These are the lesson objectives on your screen right now. First of all, listening. Listen and identify opinions. Then speaking activity, speak about changes in a city or town, make a presentation. Then writing, make notes for a presentation, and critical thinking, classify information, evaluate information. And in grammar section, we will understand and discuss the past simple tense for regular verb and irregular verbs. So these are the learning objectives that we discussed during the lesson also. So after the lesson objectives, I asked the opening questions to the class, and the opening question is: how long have you lived in your town, city, or village? Different students participated in this question, and they discussed the duration of their living in a city or town or other areas. And then I discussed how has it changed. Then I discussed the changes that happened during their time, and they discussed some of the changes like before. Most of the students are living in Taif, and so they discussed the different changes of Taif. Like before, they don't have international airport, and then now they have international airport in Taif, and some other changes like big buildings and other development like education development, universities and colleges. And also they discuss the changes in the infrastructure. For example, before they don't have much parks and entertainment centers, but now they have a lot of parks and entertainment center. Plus they also mention the changes in transportation. Like before, they don't have it's not possible or it's not affordable for everyone to have his own car, but now almost everyone has his own car. So the difference between transportation and infrastructure was the main key point that students discussed with me in reply of this question. Then I asked them to look at the pictures below, and there are two pictures on our page 40. And I asked them to tell me the difference between these two pictures. So they discussed that same like infrastructure. There were not much infrastructure before, but now in London there are a lot of new buildings and big buildings, and also uh, the number of people and the number of transportation modes are increased right now, as you can see in both pictures, picture A and picture B. Okay, now in London they have modern technology and modern transportation modes, but before they don't have modern transportation. So yeah, they discuss some of these points related to the latest technology and development in infrastructure, and also the development in economy. Okay, so they discuss these things, and during this activity I make sure that they use the correct sentences, how to express the opinions. Okay, so I emphasize on the phrases like I think, I would prefer, I really like, in my opinion, I think. So these are some of the phrases that I encourage the students to use in their sentences while comparing these two pictures, picture A and picture B. After the discussion on pictures and after the practice of the activity, or after the practice of our first learning objectives, which is identifying opinions, Then I played the track 15, and track 15 is also about opinions, in which listen to the two parts of Mia's presentation about her city, past and present. Which does she prefer, and her city in the past or the present? So, after listening to the track, I will explain you more about this activity. So, let me include the track 15.
Track 15. Part 1.
I'm going to talk about my city, London. These are two photos of central London, past and present. This is a photo from the year 1910. We can see the first cars, quite a lot of them. There is also a double-decker bus on the left-hand side of the photo. If you look closely, you can see the spiral stairs that the passengers climb to get to the top deck. I think I prefer these to modern-day buses. The top deck has no roof, so it must have been great on a sunny day.
Part 2.
In the present day photo, we can see a lot of differences. There is a bicycle and some big black taxis called hackney cabs. There are double-decker buses in this photo too, but they are more modern. There is also an underground station in this photo, which means the streets aren't as crowded as in the older photo. And there are traffic lights, which means it's easier to control the traffic. I definitely prefer modern London because it's easier to travel around now as we have the underground, although I really like the old cars and buses.
So that was the track 15. After listening to the track 15, we discussed the answers, and we discussed the activity like what is the difference between the modern city and the old city, and how Mia present this difference. And after that, we solved activity 3 also, which is related to the track 15 again. And listen again, what vehicles and places are different? Use the words below. So we differentiate these vehicles like cars, buses, horse carriage, and I also included the vocabulary words, two vocabulary words to understand, to explain the lesson to the students, like what means by underground and what means by horse drawn carriage. So the underground is below the surface of the earth and below ground, and horse drawn carriage means a horse drawn carriage, cart or other vehicles is one that is pulled by one or more horses. So after this vocabulary words, all of the students easily can understand what mean by horse drawn carriage, and they can differentiate between the different vehicles. So after that, I displayed the answers, and for the activity 2, answer is in the present. And then I displayed the difference between the past and present traffic, like traffic lights. In the past it's not available, but in present traffic lights are available. Cars, they have cars in the past also and in the present also. Then buses, they have also buses in both past and present. And the underground stations and underground transportation, in past the London don't have in London they don't have underground cars and stations, but now they have underground transportation and trains and also underground stations. So we discussed the difference between past and present London. After that, we discussed the activity 4, and activity 4 is about home appliances. And I displayed the photo you can see on your screen right now. We have these seven eight different items, home appliances, and we have a word box, a word study box. So I asked the students to match these words with the appliances. So different students participated, and they really easily mm, guess the equipments, appliances, because of the help of visual aid like pictures. We have pictures of all these equipment. So after that we displayed the answers, like picture one is fridge, picture two is mobile phone, picture three is television, picture four is iron, picture five is washing machine, picture six is cooker, picture seven is dishwasher, and picture eight is microwave oven. So we discussed these four activities in today's lesson. So inshallah, we will continue the lesson in coming lectures. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for your time. Take care and Allah Hafiz.